and welcome to a brand new episode of Motorheads. This week is quite special as we have one of the two-wheeler manufacturers globally which has really managed to make a mark in the Indian market. We're talking about Honda Motorcycles and Scooters India, and joining me is the President and CEO of India, Muramatsu-san. Thank you so much for talking to NDTV. This is quite a special moment, and we are sitting with a special bike here, the 650F. A lot of people in India are waiting for this bike to be unleashed in the Indian market. This is a new segment for you. How are you planning to tackle this, given that Honda traditionally has, remained in the 250 and the lower end of the market of the motorcycle space?
But this model is today for the announced for the quite new, our most biggest motorcycle. This is one of my dream, and so I would like to present to the all Indian customer, especially the motorsports riding fan. So now we would like to provide make in India CBR 650F, and the reason is of course this is a 4-cylinder machine, one of how say like special riding, joy of riding motorcycle, and then so one of our flagship in this year.
Sure. For Honda, it's also a change of the image that you have by providing bikes like this. Do you believe there is a growing community in India which appreciates this kind of bikes, and you want to tap into that segment?
Yeah. Firstly, since I came here, some people in the Honda HMSI is like a scooter company.
Sure.
But I would like to show we are quite a motorcycle company. And then so we would like to try and develop and provide this kind of mostly in a big motorcycle.
Sure. Also, you're locally producing the 650F. What is the decision behind that? Are you hoping to drive high volumes with this, or you want to increase the localization on this bike? Because usually these super bikes are usually imported as a CBU. Your decision to go in for local production of this?
Yeah, of course, in CBU is quite easy, but in one of a try for like make in India, and then from beginning not so high localization portion, but I would like to gradually increasing. Finally, for the almost same as another motorcycle level, I would like to try.
Sure. Let's take a step back and talk about the Honda growth story in India. Ever since you parted ways with Hero, it must have been a little challenge at the beginning in terms of taking on these kind of established rivals.
Yeah.
How did you overcome those challenges? Because now you're a household name pretty much with the Activa brand. You earlier talked about how everybody knows you as a scooter brand, but no fault because Activa became a household name. Yeah. How did you manage to see that opportunity in the scooter market and grow your presence accordingly?
Firstly, how say, when I come in India, already the scooter is a very strong penetration in India, and then we want to try to more how to satisfy to a customer. And that time when we develop for like a mileage or more comfortable, it's now still most biggest sales scooter in the world now. Also our associate, our dealer, strong effort to expand it our brand for the Activa. Just I would like to say thank you very much for our Honda Group. And
but when you started out, was it challenging in the Indian market? Because the Indian buyer is not just price conscious, but he's also value conscious. You can't just price a product low and hope to sell. What were the learnings that you had initially when you started out, and how did you manage to overcome it?
Manage it. Yeah, firstly, I learned many things from the Indian market, especially for the Indian customer. Quite severe for the choice for the purchasing for the motorcycle or scooter.
Sure.
And also for the quite difference for the depend on the area. Customer favorite something, how to manage, and then so our sales marketing team strongly for the research for what is the customer satisfaction, and also linked for the new established for the R&D in India, and then now somehow try to go.
Sure. But in the motorcycle space, there's been increased competition as compared to the scooter space. What were your strategy like in terms of the 110cc and 125cc? Because that's where the larger battle really lies with the established players. How did you manage to kind of, with the Shine especially, which is such a popular model in the Indian market, how did you manage to crack that?
Depend on the cross discussion, cross checking for the market, and then we up for the lineup. ね、まあフラッグシップや this one from 110cc to the 650, and we make for the more wide range depend on the Indian customer.
Sure.
Who how say like a lifestyle more rapidly for the changing, and I feel in the more big potential for the new motorcycle, especially for the high displacement motorcycle.
One segment also which is important, a lot of companies kind of take it for granted, is in terms of the dealer network and the after sales network. You focused on that to kind of penetrate into tier 2 and tier 3 towns and try and grow your volumes in that. I mean, was it tough doing that? Because it's not easy displacing established players, especially in tier 2 and tier 3 markets.
But reality that now we are somehow more focused in the urban or semi-urban areas, and also more already enter for like rural areas, and but now still not completing. Now from now on, try to the more expanded our dealer network with also service network. Currently we are still not enter for the deeply for the tier 2 or tier 3. After maybe we won't try.
Sure. When you came to India, I remember the capacity in India was fairly low. Now you're on your 4th plant. Your 3 plants are already running up to capacity. Did you expect this kind of positive response? I mean, everybody at Honda Global in Japan must be quite thrilled with you.
Yeah, depend on the market research for the we won't need it. Also, it takes to the time to the minimum of 2 years, and then so the we have to follow for the market expansion, and then now, anyway, prepare for factory also, 3rd factory expansion. Now, on the plan.
Sure.
Yeah.
How does Honda Global look at India as a strategic market? Because India will soon be, in terms of volumes, the #1 player for Honda motorcycles. How does the people sitting in Japan, are they all envying your job right now?
Yeah, my most in the competition is Indonesia.
Okay.
Honda Indonesia now the biggest number of sales production in the Honda Indonesia. I would like to pass in for that.
But how does Honda Japan look at India as a strategic market? I mean, in terms of products, in terms of strategy, are they happy? Are they willing to invest more in India? What is the strategy going forward?
In Japan, somehow for the given to the total decision by India, Gemba, real place. And then so they supported, but they not mention. We have to make him like a plan, and still we are 27%, but in Indonesia almost 66%. Still we have huge room. Yeah.
And in India, the rural market is a huge market potential. You believe there'll be more players coming in, there'll be people like you trying to target people in the rural areas looking to get into bikes, 110, 125cc bikes. Is that going to drive volumes going forward?
Yeah, still not so. We have to study for the rural market also, customer favorite. And now still on the way. So firstly, we focus in like a motorcycle for want to establish like one of hierarchy using like a CBR 650. More easy to if we more localize these models, more easy to develop for the another new models, and then now focus on the more urban area or semi-urban area.
Muramatsu-san, thank you so much for talking to NDTV. But don't go anywhere. You have to take me to Mr. Y.S. Guleria as he explains the growth of the Honda brand in India. Stay tuned to Motorheads.